After 2 minutes, I will start.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Okay.
Yes, sir. There will be a 30 to 40 seconds delay, sir, in broadcasting the things.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Let me just see whether we are live.
So after 2 minutes,
Yes, sir. We are live now, sir. You can start whenever you wanted to, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir. I will be in mute, sir.
So friends, welcome to the live session on the course Introduction to R Software, which is being conducted during August, September 2021. So I hope you have enjoyed the course, and I believe that the course was pretty simple and at elementary level. And as I said in the beginning of the course, although these lectures were recorded a long time back, but again, the basic fundamentals of the R software, they will always remain the same. And above all, if you try to see the biggest problem is still is that when we want to start with the R software, people don't know how to start, how to begin. And that was my basic objective in floating this course and recording these videos, that at least you will get a start, you will get a push. Once you get a push and you are on the track, then there should not be any problem in understanding. And one thing I can share with you all in general, that that since the recording of this course a couple of years back, many things have changed in the R software. And now, I mean, just to add, our software is not only doing statistics and mathematical calculation, but also R is helping in making the things directly on the live portal. For example, if you want to, if there is a situation where data is coming directly from some servers, or some people are providing the live data. And suppose if you want to create a website where, say, for example, histogram or pie chart or arithmetic mean they have to be computed automatically, and so that you can show the live status. For example, you have seen many websites which give you the live status of the data of the development. So R is now also capable of doing those type of things, that somebody is trying to give the data live, and then you can write down the program in such a way so that everything is calculated on the basis of real data, and that is reflected directly on the website. So now that's a good thing, that many things which you wanted to do using the statistical and mathematical calculations, they can also be presented live. So that's a good part, and that's a recent development in the R software. Second development is that, whenever you are trying to do some analysis, you always want to provide a nice report. Nice report means a nicely formatted report, right? And yeah, that was one of the very big advantages of many software who are pretty expensive and paid, that they can always give you a very good report that is helpful to many people. But now there is a provision that you can also generate the report directly from the R software using the LaTeX software, right? And then the advantage is that uh, that in whatever way you want, you can prepare your report. For example, and the R is now supporting the LaTeX software, which is used for typing or any type of mathematical typing or simple typing. As a matter of fact, means all my books, they are only typed in LaTeX software. All my research papers, they are typed in LaTeX software. So now there is an advantage that if you know the LaTeX, that is not very difficult software for typing, then you can combine it with the R software and you can provide the input, or and you can get the output in the required format, whatever you want. So means there cannot be a better way to control the typing. And LaTeX is also a free software, so everything is free. So that is the good news for you all. But anyway, let me first try to take up the issues or the questions which people have raised on the Google platform, on the Google Sheet. And then I will try to take up the issues which are given in the text box or the chat box of this live session. So first question is from Dilip Pratap Singh. He is a student. How to go further in R to learn better worldwide experience? You see, Dilip, this R software or as a matter of fact, any software, the success to implement the software lies on the candidate who wants to practice it. The more you practice, the better you are. So the good thing is this, or the best thing is this: whatever you are doing, whatever in whichever area you are working, you try to take up a problem from that side, and and then try to handle it in the R software. Right. For example, as I can see that you are a student, I'm sure that you must be computing different types of this matrices, inverse, etc., etc. I don't know. So try to learn, and whatever you are learning in your subject, try to implement it in the R software. For example, if you are suppose working in physics and you want to, and you are trying to solve some problem to get a solution. Now you try to implement it in the R software so that the data is coming automatically, and then you are getting the value of the required output in the proper way. For example, you are doing many experiments for example, in the physics lab. So you can create a small program that people do come there, they will enter their data, and then whatever are the required calculation, they can be done, and then you can get the outcome directly. So you start with this, you begin with this, and then once you jump into the well, then you will learn how to swim in a better way. That's my message to you. So otherwise, if you start thinking that that you can learn everything, possibly that is difficult. And then after that, you will be joining a job, you will be working somewhere, then you try to take up those issues and then try to get it done. So that's my very simple suggestion. Second question is, do we work in R software in our final examination? No, actually, the platform on which the examination is going to be, that does not support R, at least up to now. So during the examination, actually R software will not be available. Actually, that was a question which not only you but many people have asked. So my answer to also those questions is that R software will not be available during the exam. But surely then your next question will be that what type of problem you will be getting. So, well, I will say, okay, that's my headache actually. Yeah, that's a big challenge for me, that how to frame the problem in such a way so that you can answer all of them, and I can also judge whether you have learned the R software or not. So I would simply say, okay, that's my responsibility, that my headache. Why do you want to share my headache? And better you concentrate on the learning of the R software. And yes, the question will be in such a way that if you remember the basic fundamentals, basic calculation in the R software, you should be able to attempt successfully all the questions without any problem. That is my promise to you. Right. Okay. Then after Gilesh, another question is from Adarsha. So she's also a student. The examination is scheduled on 26 September, but still I did not receive any email regarding hall ticket. When will I receive the ticket? You see, Miss Adasha, one thing you have to understand, okay, my job here is only to teach and to give you assignment, to give you question paper. For all such queries, actually, you can directly write to the NPTEL office, which is located at IIT Madras. And the email ID is, I will just repeat it, support, SUPPORT @nptel.iitm.ac.in. So that is support@nptel.iitm.ac.in. Right. And anyway, from my experience, you can say that, okay, now usually you will be getting the hall tickets in the last week of September, because you have to see, yes, they are managing many things. So yeah, so I'm sure that you will get it without any problem. And then there is a student, Hari S. He is asking, hi sir, will there be 2-mark question or all the question will be like MCQ? You see, in order to give the question papers in the examinations, there are a couple of patterns which have been provided by the NPTEL office. So in this case, yes, I have also chosen one pattern, and then there will be different types of question. Means I can't remember the marks, but then there will be a very easy question, and a little bit moderately difficult question. So that will be like this, and all are going to be multiple choice questions only. That much I can say. Yeah, I don't remember the marks distribution, whether they are 2 marks or 3 marks. Okay, next question he's asking, sir, I'd like to do R Advanced 1. Is there any chance that R Advanced course will be added in the NPTEL? You see, Hari, if I ask you what is advanced, means a couple of months back when you didn't knew about the R software also looked, you used to look this very advanced and very difficult. So there is nothing like means advanced course. Means I can say that, okay, you want to learn more topics in the R software. So will there be any course? Okay, that means at least I know about myself that I have floated one course on prescriptive statistics with R software that was floated parallelly to this course. And then in the next semester, there will be 2 courses, Essentials of Data Science 1 and 2. In the course Essentials of Data Science 1, I'm trying to deal with the topics of probability theory and statistical inference. And in the data science, and in the course Essentials of Data Science 2, I'm trying to handle the topics of sampling theory and regression analysis from the data science perspective. Right, those 2 are there, but I'm sure that other colleagues might be offering more courses, because you see, whatever statistics, whatever mathematics you are doing, all those things can be done in the R software. So there is no limit for this advance. So better is that in whichever area you are working, whatever is your subject, try to learn the topics from that subject, that how they can be implemented using the R software. That is my very simple solution and answer to you. Dr. Sridhar Akiri is a faculty. How can we use software in reliability? You see, Dr. Akiri, I don't know whether actually which reliability you are asking, because reliability is one is from the engineering side, and there is another reliability from the statistical side. And yeah, both are more or less both are close to each other. So you see, the means I'm not really an expert in the reliability or reliability engineering, but a little bit I know is that in reliability, we are simply trying to compute the probabilities of different events in some way or the other way. So finally, that translates to computation of different types of probabilities. So one thing is that if you want to associate a probability distribution with the reliability, then in our software, different types of probability density functions are available, which can be directly implemented using the R software. That is first thing. And even if you are trying to measure the reliability in some complicated system, that is obviously going to be some mathematical function, which may be a function of some statistical concept also. But that is not difficult. Now you know how to do the programming and how to use the statistical command. So using those commands and the programming language, you can always create a small function which you want to compute. Right. Okay. Next question he is asking, would like to know more on the examination pattern on the CBT exam. Will it be home or non-proctored at the NPTEL examination center? Where should we ideally be working during the examination, R console or R studio? Actually, the first thing is this examination is going to be some examination centers which are given by this data consultancy services. TCS is the organization who is conducting the examination for the NPTEL. So there will be some examination center in different cities across the country. So you have to go there and then you have to appear over there. Our software or our studio software will not be available during the examination. But as I said earlier, the questions will be in a friendly way, which you can answer if you know the R software and its basic functions. The next question is from Prajakta Sachan Joshi. She is a student. Okay, that was the question that was, okay, the earlier question, which I said that was not from Dr. Akiri, but that was from Prajakta Sachan Joshi. So, Prajakta, I have already answered your question. The next candidate is Mrs. A. Maniam Galai. Sorry if I am not pronouncing your name correctly. So really, I like R programming, but command suddenly I have forgot. How can I remember, sir? Well, I can share you one of my experience. That is the same question which used to come to my mind when I was learning in the programming, but this story goes to at least 25 years back. So at that time, there were no window-like software, but you have to use only the DOS-based software. So we had to remember all the commands like as copy, paste, etc. And even in software, we used to remember all the things. But when I was working in the software, then I will remember everything. But after 2 months or so, I will simply forget everything as if I don't know that software. So I was very confused and I had the same question which you have today. The answer is very simple. Something happened. I don't know what happened. That as soon as I came back to my computer and I started working on that software again after say 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, for 5 to 10 minutes, I couldn't recall anything, but I tried to recall that, okay, what I was doing. And believe me, in the next 15 minutes, I was as good as I was 6 months back. So my answer to your question is that don't worry at all. Possibly this is the beauty of the learning of these softwares, that programming commands, etc. When we are working on the problem, we can do it. We remember each and everything, but as soon as we leave the job of programming for a while, we forget those things. But the good part is that whenever you come back, within a very short span of time, you can recall everything. It is something like means everything was stored somewhere inside your mind. And now as soon as you come back, you try to insert your USB inside your mind and the things will be recalled. At least 95% of the things are recalled. And secondly, I don't ever ask anyone to remember all the commands. Just you need to know what it can do. But yeah, these things are available to you. So when you are trying to do the programming, all those commands, all those helps, they are there. So don't worry. With both the things, you can manage very easily. There should not be any problem because of this factor. Then next question is from Manju Rajesh Mittal. She is a freelance faculty. Okay. How to calculate decile lecture 38. You see, as I said in my lecture, that when we are trying to estimate or compute the quartile, decile, percentile, or anything, these things can be converted into the probabilistic statement. For example, there used to be a command prob, P-R-O-B. So that is actually the probability. So if you try to correlate or relate the definition of decile and the probability, then deciles are those areas which are trying to divide the total frequency into 10 equal parts. So every 10 equal parts, so every part of this 10 equal parts is equivalent to having an area of this 10%. And 10% is the, in terms of probability, is the value 0.1. So in case if you try to give the prob equal to, say here, means say 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1 up to this 9 times, then it will partition it into 10 equal parts. Or you can also use the command seq, sequence from 0 to equal to 1, comma, by is equal to 0.1. So the sequence will start from 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 up to 1, and then it will give you the decay size. Similarly, if you want to know the percentile, percentile mean 1% part. So you can use the command prob is equal to sequence seq from 0, comma, to to, that is equal to 1, comma, by is equal to 0.01. So that way you can compute all the things. Okay, and next question is from Achit Katiyar. He is a student, sir. I want to know about examination paper pattern and what kind of question will be asked. Thank you, sir. So Achit, I already have replied your questions. Then next two candidates, Shubhanjali and Ravi, they have no questions. So, and then the next question is from Russell Joy Thomas. He's a student. Will you be using our software during the examination? Will it be available on the system provided? There is a question asked in 7th assignment of the geometric mean in a value is missing. The solution of the question is none, is one of the above. Does this mean we can't calculate the geometric mean in this case? Okay, I think, okay, this question is from Anupma Goyal. Okay, so for the question of Russell Joy, I think I already have answered your question. And now the next question is from Anupma Goyal, that there is a question in the 7th assignment of geometric mean a value is missing. Okay, Anupma, I can't recall that question at this moment, but the basic concept behind that question, which I wanted you to learn, is as follows: that that as I explained during my lectures, that there is a special way in the R software to deal with the missing values, right? So when some values are missing, then how are you going to calculate different types of statistical function? That is what I wanted you to learn. So I had given you different types of examples using the command na.rm is equal to true or false. So that was essentially, I had given the example in mean, median, etc. So similarly, I'm not saying at all that the geometric mean cannot be calculated. Geometric mean can be calculated, but then you have to see that how are you going to handle it, right? So the geometric mean, if I can recall, I have given you a statement which is based only on the product function. There is no direct command in the geometric mean. So now you have to see, as you have done in the case of sum, multiplication, etc., etc., how are you going to handle this na.rm dot command, how it is going to work. So that's my simple answer. I'm not saying that you cannot calculate the geometric mean. Okay, next question is from Sandeep Paul. He's an employee. Can we work on a real life problem as an assignment in the course? Sandeep, yes, your idea is good, but if you try to see, I mean, there are more than 3,500, 4,000 students in the course. And in my other courses, like as last year in the Essentials of Data Science courses, there were around 17,000 students in one course and 25,000 in another course. So you can imagine my condition if I try to give 25,000 problems to 25,000 candidates on some real data. How will I judge them? How will I help you all? So practically during this course platform, it is not possible. But surely once you have learned this software and this programming language, after that there should not be any problem if you want to take up a real example. In fact, that has really happened. I know a couple of people who attended my workshop and my course, and after that they started implementing the R software in their own organization. Whatever calculations you are doing manually or using any software, they started using it on the R software. So you can also do. So my answer is yes, surely you can do, but not during the course time. Okay, then next question is from Nilutpal Saikia. Yeah, he is asking what type of questions will be asked in online examination day? Will we be provided with the R programming software in the examination center? So Nilutpal, I have already answered your question. Then there is another candidate, Teva Sankari. She has no question. Then Kumpayat Murugaraj Amit Singh, he's simply saying no thanks, no questions. Then there is another candidate, Nandini S. Yeah, she was a teacher. I think she is a teacher. And here her question is, where can we check the standard formats of NPTEL exam? Is there a possibility of going through the past paper or something? Should we be expecting assignment type MCQ? Nandini, I will say one thing. When I started my course, my objective was not at all to give you tuition or coaching so that you can qualify this examination. As a teacher, my objective was that I should give you the basic fundamentals of this R software in my best capacity, whatever I can do. And I personally believe that if you learn all those basic concepts, then whatever be the question pattern, you have to simply answer the question. And if you try to compare it with a real life, means as a teacher, as you have written that you have been teaching in the past years, and so when we enter into the class, we don't know that what type of questions students are going to ask us, but we know the basic fundamentals only, and based on that, we try to answer all the questions. Even today also, when I came here, at this moment, I am looking only into the Excel file which you people have in which you have mentioned your questions. I didn't knew what are those questions. I'm just reading it for the first time and trying to give you the reply. And simply, there are going to be some more questions in the live session. I have not even looked at them. So whenever they come, we will try to do it. So the better approach is to concentrate on the basic fundamentals. And that is my advice to you all, that if you concentrate on the basic fundamentals, whatsoever type of question is this, there should not be any difficulty in handling anything in the life. Okay. Then next question is from Pavitra. He's a student. Why so many syntax are there in this course? Okay, that's a strange question. You see, that's a software, that's a programming language. So means that is and your programming language is something like your own language. For example, if I'm speaking Hindi, there are millions of words in the Hindi language. Somebody who is speaking Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Bengali, etc., etc. These languages have different types of words, and then in a different way you can use them, and then they will have different meanings. So similar is the software language also. That is why we have different types of this syntax. Okay. The next question is from Viajunu Harhiza. He's a student. He is asking, how will the online examination be conducted? Will the examination center will have our software with all necessary package? Where can we solve question answer online like we do assignment? If not, what are we expect, kindly let us know. So I already have answered your question. Don't worry. The exam means I'm your friend. Why should I ask you a question which you cannot answer? So all the questions are going to be like that, which you can answer if you have done this course sincerely. So there should not be any fight, then any problem. The next question is from Anabarasi. Nothing. Okay. Next question is from Abhishek. Which one is more useful, R or Python? Yeah, Abhishek, I was waiting for this question, someone to ask this question, because nobody has asked this question. And that's a question which I always face in all my lectures. You see, R and Python both are two different softwares, and then they have two different languages, and both of them have their own capabilities, right? So the main difference, what I personally feel, means I may be wrong, is that if you are more interested in doing the statistical calculation, for example, you want to do time series analysis, you want to do panel data analysis, you want to do different types of designs of experiment which are more statistical, then possibly I think our software is a better option, because you have different types of packages available which you can install and based on which you can actually work, right? In case if you are dealing with bigger data sets where you are trying to do more data manipulations rather than the statistical calculation, then possibly Python may be a better option. But then Python also has some statistical calculations which are possible. I'm not really aware of them, but it is possible. So my personal suggestion to you is that, okay, why to get into this confrontation, which is better? Why not you learn both? Means you can see that in this 8 hours course, that was just a 20 hours lecture, you can learn the R software. Similarly, if you say spend 20 hours, which is rather than a day's time, you can also learn Python, and then there should not be any confusion like this one, and you can use whatever you want depending on the need, right? Then you'll be the best judge whether to use R or a Python in order to solve a problem. And both are good languages, both have their own advantages. The next question is from Pragati Chauhan. Examination pattern will be similar to that of assignment? Yes, more or less. Yes, you will have multiple type questions. Next question is from the Dr. P. Vidya. She is a faculty. What type of question, like objective, descriptive, or program? I think they are going to be objective type questions. And then, that's my head. That how should I ask that so that you can answer it easily? And the last question is that the Krishna Kanta is a student. How is 2D and 3D plot related to? Well, I'm not clear about this question, but whatever I can understand from the language is that, you see, two-dimensional plots are created only in 2 dimensions, and 3-dimensional plot are actually 3-dimensional plot, but they are created in 2 dimensions. Because God has given us the ability to see into 3 directions. For example, I can see the length, width, and depth also. Right, but when I try to draw it on the paper, then I can draw it only in the 2 dimension. So that is why people are trying their best to show the 3-dimension picture into a 2-dimension picture. Right, they want to draw a 2-dimension picture which gives you a feeling or the information of a 3rd dimension also. So that is how this 2D and 3D plots are related to each other. Right, okay, now I can come to the question which are asked in the YouTube chat box. So, okay, Prajakta Joshi, hello sir, I am a chartered accountancy student wanting to venture into this field. Can you please brief us a bit about the examination pattern? It seems our software is not going to be available. Yes, Ms. Prajakta, I already have answered it. So yeah, our software will not be there, but then the questions are going to be in a way which you can handle and can answer very easily if you have understood this course. Next question from Prajakta is that I have completed all the assignment and now familiar with all. Now I can say, but a bit worried about the examination pattern. Will it be descriptive or MCQ? Prajakta, means I can promise you, if you have completed all the assignments, you are familiar with the R, you should not worry about the examination pattern, whatever it is. Although it is going to be MCQ, but I am 100% confident that you can score 100% marks without any problem if you have done it. Okay, Manju Mittal. Okay, received the hall ticket. Okay, that's good. Means if I just answered your question 5 minutes back and it is solved. Good. Means Arunach Kalam, hi Mohan. Okay. Then Manju Mittal, whether there will be multi-choice question also? Yes, all the questions are going to be multiple choice only. Prajakta Joshi, sir, would you suggest any specific set of books in the for R in finance? You see, R is a software. Means I don't know about the finance, but in my opinion, finance area is also related to some mathematical functions, some sum, summation, addition, division, percentage, what else? So now you know each and everything. So you yourself can write the program, whatever you want to do in the finance. Shruti Goswami, sir, could you please elaborate the concept difference between okay, 2 bar and okay. You see, Shruti, I have given it in the lecture. Actually, it is something like this. Well, it is because I don't have any R software or anything like this. It is very simple that when you want to do it on more than one values at the same time, or you want to restrict only to the first value. Suppose if your data vector has suppose 5 values, and you want to operate these operators, and the first option is this: you want to operate it only on the first value or on all the values. Based on that, you have to choose these commands, this and or. Shruti Goswami, sir, can non-statistic backgrounds attend the upcoming R courses of yours? You see, at least from my side, whenever I am trying to do a course, then I always try to make it this complete and sufficient. But definitely when you are going to some higher level, there is always some prerequisites of the other courses. So at least in my courses, if you have done this R software course, then there should not be problem in doing the descriptive statistics course. If you have done that course, then there should not be any problem in doing the regression analysis, sampling, theory, probability, inference, whatever you want. Right. So I don't think there should be any problem, and that is my job, that I have to teach the statistics to those who don't know. If somebody knows the statistics or who has got a statistics background, why should I teach him or her? And Mohan D, sir, in exam, will there be possible to use our studio to get answer? No, as I said, that our studio will not be available, but the question will be in a friendly way, which you can answer without using R or R studio. Please tell important chapters to exam. Mohan, this is a very bad questions. Right. It is something like this. Suppose you are a medical student or somebody is a medical student, and he says that, okay, he has read only the 5 chapters out of 20 chapters. And suppose somebody meets with an accident and the person goes to that student who is not the doctor. He will say, okay, I studied only about hands and leg, but I don't know how to handle the stomach and head. So yeah, that is not a good approach. Yeah, I think means everything is important. Otherwise, if things are not important, why should I use my time to record these videos and give it to you? Okay, Salina Fatima, please give some tips on how to learn and what to learn first to pass the examination. Honesty, sincerity, hard work. Salia, these are the 3 traits by which you can be 100% successful in your life. Harshit Pandey, sir, you might not remember me, but thank you, sir, for your guidance. Without you, I could not earn this certificate in R. Harshit, if I remember, that used to be a very popular name last year in my course in Essentials of Data Science, if I am correct. Right, you used to ask many questions, and yeah, means I used to enjoy answering these questions too. If you are that one, okay, then hello, then yeah, it is good. Yeah, once you do this course, only then you can get the certificate in R. Then Shruti Goswami said there is a function in R that generates a vector and random entries of a given size. Yes, yeah, we have got different types of probability, mass function, probability, recursive functions. And if you use them, they will give you the required number of observations under the given conditions. So yes, for that, the best thing is this, there is a course Essentials of Data Science 1 in which I'm trying to deal with this probability functions. Its lectures are uploaded on the NPTEL site, so you can watch from there also. Prajakta, can you please have a quick summary what to use this? When to use this small, okay, square bracket, curly bracket, and this bracket parenthesis. Okay, you see, there is, there should not be any shortcut in the life. Shortcut always put you in more troubles. So better is to whatever are the commands in the way they have been framed, try to use it. And yeah, it is very difficult to write these things, but in general means I can say that okay, this square bracket they are used possibly in mostly in giving the addresses. Curly brackets they are given address usually to bind the some commands, and this parentheses are also used in a similar way, but they have more utility. But it is very difficult to comprehend the answer in a line what you have said. Manju Mittal, shall I write quantile x sequence 0 to 10 by 1? Yeah, x is going to be the, no, it is 0 to 10. No, it has to be sequence 0 to 1 because the probability is only between 0 and 1, and by is going to be 0.1. So that the areas are divided as 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 up to there 1. What is this? Manju Mittal is asking, is there entile command? I don't know. Well, you have to check. Then Saliha is asking, sir, what is the pass mark? Sorry, what is the pass mark? Okay, that you can see in the website of this NPTEL course portal. They have got different certificate, gold, silver, etc., elite, etc., etc. That information you can get from there. Means forming means if the examination is out of 100, why could not means I be getting only the 100 marks? That is my philosophy of life. So why should I look into that? What are the pass marks? I know that the question paper is suppose out of 100 marks. Why should not I aim to get to 100 out of 100? Salia, what if we are not able to attend the examination this time? Will there be refund exam? I don't know, Salia. As I said, my job is only to teach here. These are the administrative issues. They are taken care by the NPTEL office. You can contact them. Harshit Pandey, Salia, Fatima, 40% minimum. Harshit, that's not a very good approach. I never look into the minimum in my life. I want to achieve the maximum in the life what God has given me. Right, but anyway, yeah, that the class examination pattern means best is to go to the web, the course portal and look into those things. Inamdar Humu, is the course acceptable for IT companies if I add it to in my resume? Inamdar, actually, I don't know whether it is acceptable or not, but yeah, that's a valid course, and I know that many colleges have used or are trying to substitute this course to their usual semester courses. And then there are also some faculty development programs which are using these courses there. But anyway, you need to confirm it from your company or from Miss NPTEL. I am not the right person to answer this question. Then Abhishek is thank you, Harshit Pandey. Yes, sir, I am the same guy from DAV College, Kanpur, who attended both live sessions last time also. Right now, I'm completing my 0 level course and eager to attend next. Thank you, sir. Okay, Harshit, nice to meet you. Manju Mittal. Okay, thanks. Right. So now I have answered all your queries. So most of the queries are related for examination. I said examination when you have done the course honestly, sincerely, with your hard work. Why not to expect 100 out of 100? Why should I ask even this question that what are the minimum? Why should I minimum? Why should I try to go for the for the minimum marks? Right. So now there are no more questions. I hope you enjoyed the course and you are doing a good job. So I think let me stop here, and I wish you all the best that you learn art, do well in your life, and surely this course is very helpful in your professional life also if you want to get a job, etc., etc. So wish you all the best. May God bless you all. Stay happy, stay safe, and learn more and more. Thank you very much.